Okay guys, my name is Benjamin. I've been woodturner for over 10 years and let me show you how to take care of your chucks. Now, last video I showed you how to take care of your chuck or do service on them on an open back chuck. These are closed back chucks. This is a Nova clone and this is a Vicmarc clone. They are really close to the original one, so let me just take you through the process. So first of all, I need to get the jaws off. So the process of these are very similar. So let me just take off the jaws here. Okay, so now we have the jaws off and we can now see the slits underneath them. This is not that bad, it's not that dirty. Something to pay attention to is these jaws are numbered, and that correlate to the numbers on the chuck itself. That's really important, they go back in the same position. So to get into the inside of this, we need to take the back cover off. And the big issue I had with this chuck is this binding sometimes. Now, there's a lot of dirt in here, but there's sometimes binding when I scroll it, and that's because of one reason. So the reason why this one binds is because of those set screws there. So let me just try and take them out and I can show you. Now, the Vicmarc have these screws, and as you can see there are a little indentation there where because they sit inside like this, and you scroll them a lot and you make indentations. Now that's a wear mark and that needs to be adjusted. So normally you would be able to just turn the screw like a quarter of a turn, and this one's not that bad. Turn them a quarter of a turn and your chuck will work fine again. But let's get this wheels out, and I have a spring down here I need to take off. These are the right size, right type. So that's a lot easier with the right tool. Job. Put that aside, I'm gonna need that later. Just get that blown off. Okay. Get the chuck key and should be able to right. And you can see it binds a little bit. So there's one little screw we need to get off, that one right there. And that's just stopping the slits from going off the chuck when you try to open it. That little screw there. Put those aside. Make sure you keep the screws because they're going to be important. Of course, if you remove all the obstructions, it's a lot easier. And there you go. Now, to see if this is worn, we look at the teeth here. That looks alright. And on the inside, everything here looks fine. I'm just going to take a file, really gentle, and just clean that up. So, I got these diamond files, they're really handy. I'm just going to clean that corner there, so it's not as sharp anymore. Just break it so it's not sharp, and same with all of it. So that's okay, just gonna clean a little bit. And now clean the inside of the housing. Don't need a lot, just a little bit of press there. Now, I'm going to loop this up really well. Again, I'm going to use Teflon spray or any dry lubricant you have. You don't need to, should not be oil, I mean. If these teeth are damaged, you can just file them a little bit so they're nice again, or you can get replacement parts. Now, most wood turning stores carry replacement parts for this, and since mine is in rather good conditions, I mean, these are bad actually. If you look really closely, you can see the teeth and the tip here is bent. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace everything. Okay. So I didn't need to clean that. I can just put in the new set. Make sure it fits. Yep. And this doesn't need the corners broken because it already were. Right. So any respectable wood turning store should have replacement parts for the chucks that they sell in stock. My store luckily have it. See, that's the exact replacement, so that's good. I'm going to try to get that down. There you go. Didn't take much, it just needs to fall into place. New ones. Now I could have spent the time to make these right, but as you can see, these are quite worn, they're really thin compared to the new ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace them. There, there. Oh, I should loop them up in here first. Now this is just Teflon spray. It does not. It's not dangerous for my hands. There you go. The other one might as well do the same. But you could just wear gloves. Now these old ones, they are really cheap. They're like, you know, like 50 cents or 5 kronas or whatever. They're cheap, so I'm just going to replace them when I have it out anyways. And I bought 4 because I couldn't remember if there were 2 or 4 in there. There. The new ones comes with a hex key. I'm going to put them down, tighten them, and just loosen them a little bit. Again. So all the way down, and then just loosen a little bit. There you go. Now we'll just check and see if it runs as it should. And it runs like clockwork. Whatever clockwork that system runs. Bit of extra loop, and that part is all set and done. The back plate, just gonna look at it. It looks fine, a little bit rusty, but you know, it's an old chuck. Put it back on. There. So let's just have a look at this. How dirty is this? This is not bad. This looks alright. A little bit dirt there. I mean, I can just clean that up. A little bit of abrasive, not much. Make sure that the runs here are clean. And I don't feel anything with the file. So there's no chips broken stuff. So I'm just going to run this with a file. Now with the Vicmarc chuck and the Nova chuck you can do this. You cannot do this with the one-way chuck because their grooves are a lot finer, but I'm just going to make sure that it's clean and undamaged. Okay, now for the sleds, just going to go over them and see if they're alright. They're just a little dirty, which is fine. Make sure the backside here, these teeth, they should look nice and even. And you see this one has a little cutout section, and that should be the one, this is number 4, should be the one with the little screws in, that one there. So now I just need to loop these up, give them a nice coat of Teflon spray. And the same with this side of the chuck. Now to put them back together. This should normally go in by number. This is one. And just a quick check. See, the lines line up with the cutouts in the sled, so that's fine. Now I need to put it in so I can put that little screw in, that stop screw. Normally, if you're able to take your sleds out, it's because this little screw is broken. So let's just get that in there. It's really, really small, so it's kind of annoying. And there, that's that. Okay, now the jaws themselves, just going to see if there's anything wrong with them. They're clean. Get a blade and scrape off any gunk that are in between the jaws like this. Make sure that is clean. That looks fine. This is number 2, so that should go there. So there. Always put them all the way together before you finish tightening those. And now's the time you find out you forgot to put that locking spring in. So there you go. Well, that's one chuck. Up and running again. Okay. So that's the metal backing. The plastic backing is really similar. Let me just show you why without taking too much time off. So there, right. Now that one has to come off. And that can come off in a number of ways. The thing is, there you go. Same principle, except you don't have that screw that holds in this wheel. You have this plastic thing that holds that in. So it's a little bit easier. These comes out just as well, right? And you still have a locking ring down there. Nope, not on this one. But it's just like that. So exactly the same thing. While I'm in here, I might as well give it a little bit of lube. So there you go. That's the difference between the two style of chucks. Put that on again, and you're good to go. There. That's ready. And there you go. That's how it's done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.